Hello. Today I would like to continue with the Beauty of Go sequence that I initiated last time. And this time I prepared some Go problems. You can see there are three of them on this board. And the topic is Ishi no Shita, which means what is hidden under the stones. In literal translation from Japanese, Ishi is a stone, Shita is under, so under the stones. Uh, this is quite a spectacular part of the Go game, and all three problems I have chosen today are based on this Ishi no Shita technique. So the one on the top left is the easiest one. I think it's for like strong queue towards done player ranking. Then the second one, it's let's say more or less 1 to done ranking, the level, and the third one is quite difficult. I know this problem because as a 6 dan amateur, long time ago, I was trying for hours to solve it and I couldn't. So you should consider this problem seriously if you are like at least done level. Otherwise, just look the solution. Or of course, you can try thinking about it, but I advise that it's very difficult. Okay, so before I start, probably you would like to take your time with each problem and try to solve it first. It would be instructive for you. Okay, then I will start with the problem on the top. This problem is black to play and leave. As you can see, black has, if he plays something like this or like this, he can have like 4 liberties for inner space in the corner, which would mean black would be alive. So in this fashion, black would be alive. So black has two ways to increase his inner space. One is this move, and the other one is what I showed before at e9. So with this move, white naturally will come from the outside. If you remember our tutorial of solving problems, for corner problems it's always the first instinct to come from the outside and reduce the space. And now the second way to reduce the space is a little bit more difficult to find move. I mean, this is the first challenge in this problem. White should play this. Even if this looks like it's not relevant with the space on the outside, this move is very nice. So if black connects, this time he has only 3 spaces and he will die. If he tries to increase his space to make 4, this time white can kill. Normally this inner space shape is not possible to kill, this 4 in L shape like this, but because black is in shortage of liberties, he cannot play this to make his second die because he's in Atari. So he will die. So we notice that here, even if black tries to make one eye here, okay, if white would play this, then black would be alive. So we apply the rule of playing where the opponent wants to play, where the opponent played when we failed the previous diagram. So white should play here. Black is in Atari, so if he captures this time, white plays here and black is dead. Okay, so we notice that with this move here, black will fail. It's not possible to leave. So now we have only one more option that is like a serious try to leave. It's this one, which also attempts to make this maximum space in the corner. And because black wants to make this a live shape, it's white's job now to play A or B. This is actually the same in this position to spoil black's plan. So for example, we try with this. Of course, if black plays from under, white escape and black is not alive. So black has to play from top. Okay, and now if black wants to leave, I mean if he connects or something, then white will easily kill. So black has to play here and make one eye in the corner. And white's continuation is to cut with Atari. Black has to capture, and it looks exactly like before. White plays here, black is in Atari, and if black captures, then he dies. But in this shape there is a big difference to the variation before. The difference is that this time black has an excellent move to connect here. And here comes the Ishinoshita surprise. When white captures 4 stones, what is hidden under these 4 stones is that black can now cut and capture back 2 stones, which means black will be alive. So this is one of the problems that it's, in order to solve it, you have to apply this Ishinoshita technique. And this is a brilliant move from black. He's denying his instinct to save his 4 stones because they are in Atari, and in exchange he thinks to make ice with the entire group. So with this move black will live. Okay, so this was the first problem. Let's go to the second. This is white play and kill. And the problem is to kill unconditionally without any echo or anything. So here, if we look this shape, we notice some few points we would like to start attacking. So one would be to reduce the space. Second would be this is the vital point from shape point of view. And then this kind of moves. And those are the natural moves that cross mind when we want to solve this problem. So let's take them in order. Okay, I have to get white is play. Okay, so if white plays like this, then black will simply answer in this fashion, and black is alive. He has one eye here and one eye here. So this is easily failure for white. If white takes the shape, then black will also play here and he make one eye. This cut doesn't work because white doesn't have a move at t7 to make a snapback. t17. Okay, what else? We are tempting to play this one. If black answers here, this time white will cut with Atari and black is dead as it is. So black should play here. And now if white's Agari, black plays here and he's alive because he has the outside liberty. Anyway, even without the liberty would be alive in this situation. And this is actually where the liberty counts, the outside liberty. So when white play here, if black wants to make ice now, it's his only chance to play like this. And then white cannot cut here. He tries to connect, but black will play here, and white cannot connect. So black is alive. So we notice in all these variations, black managed to live. So in most cases, C was the vital point, except with the D attack, C was the vital point, and finally we have to try also this move. Okay, if black tries to separate white, then white Atari and connect, and black is dead because this looks like a Seki, but in the end black will have to connect here also because he will be in Atari, so this is a dead shape. If black connects directly, white just has to connect and black has only one eye. If black plays here, this is the same, white plays like this, and this shape is dead. So we notice that here black looks like he's in trouble, but he has a pretty resilient move, which is a shape move. Very often when you see this shape, you have to think that the vital point is at Q19. So like this, one space jump from each of the black stones. So this is good shape, and this some answer that will stop white's connection. If white tries to connect, like this, black will be alive. If white tries to push and take the eye or something, then he still damages Umari, he cannot do anything. So finally, now here is the challenge for white, is to find this move. Even if black can cut, white should still play like this. And this time white should go for killing, so should Atari inside. And of course, if black captures, then with this black is dead. So the concept of necessity tells us that the only move for black is to connect here, is the only way. and white will capture. Okay, if black captures like this, he can take back one stone, but then white connects and black is dead. So with the principle that we should play where white played in the variation before, then we should sacrifice. And we notice that white is in shortage of liberties. Okay, so if white cannot connect here because he's in Atari with all his stones, so he can connect on the outside and black takes. And we notice that normally this 4 like this bent shape like this, it's alive, but in this particular shape white can play this. So it's something that is hidden under the stones. And if black connects, he's dead. But in this particular shape, black can play like this, and the result will be a ko, which is still not what this problem wanted. The problem wanted us to kill black unconditionally. And if we failed by this variation, because black captured 4 stones and we failed, the last thing to try before giving up is to think about this crazy move. What about white connects here and sacrifice even more stones? So normally this is unthinkable, it's a really big loss. But let's see what happens after black takes. We notice now that from inner space point of view, actually O19 doesn't matter, so we have the typical 5 inside shape that is dying. So if white plays now here, black is dead in a very simple way. So this problem is not particularly difficult, but the idea to connect 4 stones and make them 7 and then sacrifice everything and put inside to kill black, this is not easy to get. It's a pretty spectacular way of playing. And we see that now hidden under the stones, it's one of the dying shapes. So even if black captured 7 stones, he's not alive. Sorry, 6 stones. Okay, so this was the second problem. I hope you enjoyed it. It's quite nice. So we go back to the original shape, and now to the third problem. This is the difficult one and the most spectacular one. So here the problem is white should try to do something about his group because his group is dying. So we notice that, okay, so it's white's turn. So if white plays something like this, normal moves like this, he has only one eye here, and it's not possible to make the second eye here, so this group will easily die. So white has to try more. And more in this particular situation is to actually try to exploit this cutting point and make black a little bit more damage. So let's see what happens if we play like this and then we play this. It's already some improvement to before. Black has to connect and this Atari is center. So this time black's eye is, white's eye here, it's even more clear. But unfortunately he can still not make the second eye. Against this black will kill. And here also this is no eye, because if white plays here, black kills like this, everything is dead. So even in this variation, this is not enough for white to leave, so he has to try more. So the next idea is to play this in the corner and then extend. Okay, up to here the problem is not so difficult. This is like around done level so far. And here is black's job to find the first SUG in this problem. If black answers normally like this, then white can play this. And let's see the difference. If black continues the capturing race, we notice that this time black will lose the 5 stones. He's in Damezumari. He doesn't have liberties. So this is unacceptable for black, which means that he has to connect. But when black connects, okay, if white tries the capturing race in a normal way like this, black has one eye, white doesn't have an eye, and black will be alive. So it's time for white to find the Tesuji. So the Tesuji is to sacrifice here. and Atari. This is again pretty typical. You will find this kind of easy problems in many Go books, problem books. So this is not so hard a Suji to find actually. Of course, if black connects, white will play here and everything is captured. So it's a big failure for black. So black has no other option but to start a ko, but this ko is also for the life for the entire black group, so this is very bad for black. Which means that in this variation, when white no b, we notice that there is possible to get a ko for white, quite a disastrous ko actually, if we play like this, normal move with c2, which means that black should also strive to find something better. So here black has a very nice Tesuji, and this is the first very smart move in this sequence. It's black should play here. This is a normal move if we consider that white played here in the variation before. So the vital point of the opponent is also my vital point. And let's see what black can gain with this kind of exchange. If white tries to kill, then black has one Atari in same time, and this Atari changes everything. Now white has to come also from the outside, but this time black has gained one tempo, so he can play here, and it's still okay for him. Now it's too late for white to play all this because already black managed to capture the two white stones in the corner. So we see that this is a very smart Tesuji from black, and this puts white on the spot. So far so good. If the problem would be to find this a7 Tesuji, the problem would be, let's say, like 1-2 tan level. But from here the problem suddenly escalates in difficulty because the next moves are very difficult to imagine with white. So because white cannot attack at b7, he has to try something in the corner. So this is a natural move. And now I let you read for yourselves all kind of semi. For example, if white tries this kind of semi, finally he will be captured in the corner. And also he only managed one Aingote here, but this time he also has one Aingote on the other side. If he plays like this is also one Gote I, so he cannot leave. If you make I in one side, black will spoil the other. So this time white failed. So far so good, but here we have to try even more. And we are getting close to the final answer, but it's still very difficult to see, especially if stones are not placed on the board. It's very difficult to see the continuation. White is tempted, for example, as we said before, this would be a kind of Tesuji to play like this. But this doesn't really affect the outcome. Now white still has to play here. And finally, black managed to survive here. Okay, so this kind of Tesuji doesn't work in this particular situation, so really what to do now? Good question. So next moves are pretty spectacular for white. White should play this, which is normally not so good style. And next move is the key to this problem. If white tries something like this, which is also seems like a Tesuji to increase liberties, black still plays here and it's the same all over again. Nothing really changes. So at this stage, for white to next move, it's a brilliant Tesuji that it's very hard to find. This move, white of course knows that he can be killed in this corner, but he still tries. Of course, black will kill. And now we wonder what can be the continuation from this point. And after making this exchange, now white plays here. And let's see how this affects the shape on the outside. Black has two ways to attack inside. So anyway, he will kill outside liberty. White plays here. And now black has Two continuations, A or B. Let's look at both of them. First of all, black plays Atari from this side. White will capture once. Black has to play again. White will play here and then Atari. Black captures, and now we get this ko. If black connects here, then white can cut. You see how beautiful it's this thing that was hidden under the stones. After this cut, even if black connects, white will play here, and black is dead. So to advance again to the point before, we tried A, now let's try B. White will capture again. And we see that again white has a cut, and he can capture all black stones if black refuses to play the ko. So we notice that this problem, the solution to this problem, it's actually this amazing sequence starting with C1. Then playing here. Then wherever black plays A or B, white will also capture once before continuing on the outside. This way of playing, it's really difficult to find, so I can only feel a lot of admiration for the people who invented this problem. Maybe it appeared in a real game, but then it's absolutely amazing that someone was so strong as to make the problem to go with his reading so far as to think about this kind of variations. Okay, so this concludes also the third problem. I hope you enjoyed those shapes and those problems, and see you next time. Goodbye.